So let's talk about repeat signs today. So repeat signs are what? Well, they tell you to repeat. They're a final bar line with 2 dots next to them. And that little symbol there tells you to play a section of music twice. So when you look at a piece of music at the very far right, you'll see the final bar line and you'll see the 2 dots to the left of that. Now look at 1.8 ups and downs. You'll see that repeat sign at the very end. And you'll also notice that the 2 dots are facing to the left, meaning to repeat that section 2 times. Okay? Now before we begin looking at 1.8, let's first identify a few things. Point to your clef. Remember that it's on the very far left, the very first thing that you see. Next to it is your time signature. And what time signature do you have? You should all have 4/4 time, which means how many beats per measure do you get? Get 4 beats per measure. And then you have number 4 at the bottom. So what type of note receives 1 beat? The quarter note, or quarter rest. Okay? So let's continue on. Just for instance, how many measures do we have here for 1.8? We have 4 measures. Okay? That has nothing to do with the time signature. Remember that. The time signature is separate for how many measures there are. There's no actual indicator for how many measures a piece of music has. So that's just something you have to count, literally. So let's go ahead and take a look at the rhythm first. Let's count number 1.8 together. Here's our metronome set at 60 beats per minute. Let's begin. Count off 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 3. And you're done. Now this may have tripped you up for a minute because you thought, oh, we're done here. That is not the case at all. Remember the repeat sign was at the end there. That tells you to immediately jump back to the beginning and play that or sing that again. So there was no break, there was no rest, we didn't have to think about it. As soon as you finish playing or not playing the very final note or beat, you continue to play that section again by jumping immediately back to the beginning of the very first note, or first beat, whatever it may be, a rest or a note. Now that you had a chance to count it, let's try singing it and saying the note names together. Ready? Get your metronome back and let's sing the note names or say the note names. 1, 2, 3, 4. D, D, A, 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 D, 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 A, A, D, D, repeat. D, D, A, 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 D, 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 A, A, D, D, and then we're done. Good job. Now all that's left to do is to actually play it on your instrument. Go ahead and try it by yourself first and then try with me in the next video. 1, 2, 3, 4.